Hello students, today we are going to see one topic from physics, that is semiconductor. You all know some materials which are called as conductors as well as insulators. Normally conductors, all the metals, they are conductors. Why they are called as conductors? Because they allow the electricity to pass through them. For example, copper, gold or any metal, it is a good conductor of electricity. Then second type of material is insulator. Insulator, as the name implies, it doesn't allow the electricity pass through them. For example, wood, plastic, rubber, these are some examples of insulator. And now we are going to introduce to new part or new type of this materials called as semiconductors. Now see, in every atom or in every element there are some bands, there are some energy levels. Normally there are two types of energy bands. First is called as the valence band, it is denoted by VB, and second is conduction band, in short we can call it as CB. Now these are the levels or these are the energy levels. It means that when any electron it lies in particular band, it will have or it will acquire some energy. When any electron is in valence band, it can do the bonding, but when it is excited, when it acquires some energy, it will move to conduction band, and then only that electron is able to conduct the electricity. Now depending on the type of material, there is a difference between these energy levels, that is energy of valence band and energy of conduction band. Normally these energy levels are very small, so these are denoted in electron volts. Now I have drawn three diagrams. First is of conductor, insulator and semiconductor. These are called as band diagrams. In first diagram you can see this is of conductor. This first band, it is of conduction band, and this second, it is valence band. You can see here both these energy levels, they are slightly overlapping with each other. It means that there is not much difference between energy of a valence band and energy of a conduction band. It means that if there is any one electron in valence band, it can easily acquire some energy and it can easily go to conduction band, and that energy can be acquired in room temperature also. It means that for any conductor, any electron can go easily from valence band to conduction band, hence it can conduct electricity easily. In second diagram you can see in insulator there is a much gap between the conduction band energy level and valence band energy level. This energy gap is called as Eg, that is gap energy, and it is greater than 3 electron volts. At room temperature, it is not possible for any electron from valence band to acquire this much energy and to jump in the conduction band. So it is highly impossible for any electron in the insulator to jump from valence band to conduction band. Hence we can say they cannot conduct electricity. Now here comes the third type of material, that is semiconductor. You can see the band gap energy between conduction band and valence band of semiconductor. It is in between conductor and insulator, means it is slightly greater than conductor, but it is less than insulator. Generally this band gap energy, it is less than 3 electron volts, means by acquiring some energy the electrons can move from valence band to conduction band, means at some levels or at some circumstances semiconductor can work as insulator and it can also work as conductor, but it is not fully conductor, that is why it is called as semiconductor. Now there are only two examples or two elements which are examples of semiconductor. The first one is silicon, second one is germanium. Germanium is obsolete in this world, so we can say silicon is the only most appropriate option available for semiconductor. Thank you.